Hello, this is Mr. Painter with another fabulous IXL tutorial. Today we're working on AA8, write a linear function from slope and y-intercept. All right, let's go ahead and get started today. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the equation y equals mx plus b. Now, what we need to know here is that the m value always represents the slope, and our b value will always represent the y-intercept. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the information from the passage and plug in our m value and our b value. All right, take a screenshot of that if you need to, and let's give this a try. A line has a y-intercept of -7 and a slope of 4. What is the equation in slope-intercept form? So what we're going to do is we're going to take those values and simply plug them in. So our slope is 4, and remember the slope is the value before x, and notice that we have a subtract right here, which already counts as the negative, so we just need the 7 there. All right, so once again, slope is before the x, and the y-intercept is going to be after the x. All right, with that being said, we should be good to go. All right, the y-intercept is 7, so y-intercept is last. The slope is the value before x. Slope is 7, so slope is before the x. The y-intercept is -10. Notice the negative already given there, so we just need a 10. A line has a y-intercept of 4, so the 4 is the y-intercept, which goes last. The slope is the value before the 10, should say before the x. A line has a slope of 8, so the 8 goes first, and the y-intercept of 6. We have a y-intercept of -2. Notice the negative is already there, so we just need the 2 for the y-intercept. And the slope, when entering a fraction, we're going to type in a 1, and using your question mark key, you're going to hit the /. So again, the question mark key is the same thing as /, and that's going to get you the 1/3x. All right, we got a slope of 4. Remember the slope is going to be before the x, and the y-intercept is 8, which goes last. Y-intercept is -5, which is at the end, and a slope is 10, so 10 goes first. A line has a slope. Now, this one's a doozy because we need to enter the negative and the whole fraction. So a negative is going to be the same thing as the subtraction sign. It's right next to the 0 and the plus sign on the keyboard. We're going to hit 7. The question mark key is also the /, and then the 8. So we're going to type the whole thing. So -7/8, and the y-intercept of +2 will go there. Next up, we have a slope of -3, so we need to type a subtract 3 in for the slope. And the y-intercept is -1, which the negative is already there, so we just need the 1. A line has a slope of 6, which goes before the x. And the y-intercept is -8, so therefore we just need 8 because the subtract is already there. All right, we're in the 70s already, so almost there. Slope is going to be -1/5, which goes before the x, and the y-intercept is going to go at the end. Y-intercept is 6, and the slope is 3/10. Now, notice here they have left us with an empty box, so we got to type the whole thing in. All right, so remember that screenshot you took earlier, we're going to use y equals the slope 3/10 x plus 6. So one more time, the slope is 3/10. There's our slope there. And then the y-intercept is 6. And you need the rest of the equation. So you need the y equals and the x as well. Same thing, we have y equals, type your slope, 4x, and the y-intercept of 0. When the y-intercept is 0, you can actually leave it off because 0 doesn't add or subtract anything, so y equals 4x would be great on this one. And voila! That takes us to a smart score of 81. Now, what happens, though, because this is a good question, what happens when a slope is 0? So when you have a slope of 0, you can just type y and the y-intercept. So you can just type in y equals 8. I believe that works. Yeah, that should work. And there you go. All right. Have a fabulous day.